For centuries, the Bronze Age was a world of unimaginable wealth, connected by vast trade routes. From Mycenaean palaces to Hittite empires, civilization flourished under a fragile balance of power.
Then, in a single generation, that delicate network was severed. The world descended into chaos.
Palaces were leveled, libraries were burned, and the great powers vanished from the historical record. The only clue left behind? Terrifying references in Egyptian hieroglyphs, naming a mysterious new enemy. They called them the Sea Peoples, a sudden, brutal tide of raiders who emerged from the Mediterranean fog. These invaders were not a single nation, but a coalition of desperate and relentless tribes.
We know their names, the Peleset, the Cheka, the Sherdan, but their true origins remain a puzzle.
They were unlike any foe the mighty new kingdom of Egypt had ever encountered. Unstoppable. The pharaoh Ramses III recorded a victory, but his words echo a deeper tragedy.
No country stood before their arms. The destruction was almost complete.
What if the Sea Peoples were not just invaders, but refugees driven by famine and drought?
This systemic collapse theory suggests internal factors were the true culprits, amplified by climate change.
The widespread destruction of trade means copper and tin, the basis of the age, simply vanished. After the devastation, a period of darkness fell across the region. A genuine historical blank page.
But from this dark age, something new was born. A cheaper, harder metal, available to everyone.
The Iron Age was decentralized. Small kingdoms and independent cities rose from the ashes of empire.
The Peleset, after their defeat by Ramses III, settled on the coast of Canaan and became known by a different name.
They became the Philistines. The Sea Peoples did not vanish. They simply transitioned, evolving into a new culture. The Bronze Age collapse remains the ultimate warning. No civilization is too big to fail. But modern archaeology introduces a third, more devastating hypothesis: a systemic environmental shock. Ice core data suggests a sustained, decades-long drought, crippling agriculture across the entire region. The failure of harvests would have driven massive internal migration, fueling the desperation of the Sea Peoples.
A collapse of this magnitude was not a single event. It was a domino effect of internal strife and external pressure.
Archaeologist Elara finds proof of synchronized abandonment, a moment when civilization simply paused and left.
Imagine the terror, realizing the entire world you know is ending, not by conquest, but by starvation.
The entire process, from first cracks to total darkness, took less than 150 years, a blink of history's eye.
Let's return to the despair of Commander Nebson, witnessing the fall of his pharaoh's legacy. The Nile always rises. But this hunger, it came from the sun itself.
Yet, the mystery endures. Was there a final, decisive cause? Or was it simply the fragility of complexity?
The Sea Peoples were a symptom, a blade wielded by forces far greater than any army.
The reliance on a single, globalized trade system made every kingdom dependent on every other. When one link failed, the entire network catastrophically unraveled, proving their interconnectedness was their fatal flaw. A lesson that echoes loudly today. Our modern world is perhaps more complex and more fragile than the Bronze Age ever was. The search continues. Archaeologists like Elara will keep digging, searching for the final answer.
The Sea Peoples left their footprints in the ashes, marking the end of one great era.
And the silent, mysterious dawn of another. The enduring question remains: can it happen again? Thank you for watching Timeless Footprints. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the collapse, make sure to subscribe.